Both universities are defending their race-conscious admissions process against opponents who argue that affirmative action is discriminatory. The 6-3 conservative majority signal that they may be ready to overturn decades of precedent. Currently, 9 states, including Florida, ban public universities to factor in race when assessing applicants. California banned affirmative action in 1996, and studies from the New York Times show minority enrollment dropped significantly from 7% to 3.43% after the proposition was adopted. The conservative group Students for Fair Admissions contends that Harvard discriminates against Asian American students to make room for Hispanic and Black students. 2 former clerks of Justice Clarence Thomas, a longtime critic of affirmative action, represent the group. Political analyst Mitch Kokai shared similar thoughts with CNN.
Using a new form of racial discrimination to make up for the past racial discrimination is not only unfair and unnecessary, it's also unconstitutional.
We're trying to eliminate race-based discrimination here. No one should be surprised that we're trying to make a more colorblind country where race is less of a factor in our country and admissions, promotions, and hiring.
More than 6 in 10 Americans support a ban on the consideration of race in admissions, according to a Washington Post Schar School poll. But an equally strong majority also endorse programs that support racial diversity on campuses.
My job before this one is with our Office of Global Learning Initiatives, which the entire philosophy of was not just that universities need to be diverse, but that that's not enough, that the activities and programs and internships and clubs and classes need to utilize that diversity by making sure they're structured so that the different viewpoints and lived experiences that students have are able to be discussed and shared. And, that can't happen if different groups are not being accepted into college.
Meanwhile, critics accused UNC of giving preference to students of color. However, not everyone sees it that way.
I'm 100% for affirmative action. I think that the main reason it even exists is because there are disparities in society.
Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson recused herself from the case due to her role on the Harvard Board of Overseers, but was allowed to vote on the UNC case after the Supreme Court separated the two. She expressed her concerns over the elimination of affirmative action.
I'm worried that creates an inequity in the system with respect to being able to express your identity and, importantly, have it valued by the university when it is considering the goal of bringing in different people.
The Supreme Court could end any consideration of race in admissions, but a decision isn't expected until next spring. I'm Lydia Delgado in Washington, D.C. for the Software and Media Network.